So Manchester United draw with Arsenal, 0-0. That's the fifth draw against the top six, I might say. Manchester United haven't been in the top six for this season in the Premier League. And when we beat Liverpool, I thought we might kick on from there, but we just didn't. Solskjaer has to be brave in this type of games. He has to be braver in these types of games. He has to be more brave. All right. Now, why am I saying this? Playing McFred, I wouldn't have done that. No, or Lindelof, no. I won't have done that. And when McTominay came off, we looked much better in midfield. We weren't exposed. Arsenal they were decent in attack. They weren't threatening. I mean, they hit the post, but that was their only moment. Solskjaer has to be more brave in these games. And I saw a stat. This is the 18th game we haven't lost away. Yeah, it's a decent record, but I'm not gonna really be pointing all like, oh, we've been unbeaten in 18 games, so we're decent. No, we're not. All right. Look, that's a very good record. Look, that shows that we've improved, but I'm not really gonna base our improvement on that, because in these type of games we need to go for it a little bit more, and we should have. Right? I mean, I know Cavani missed 2 chances. The first one, oh my goodness, how does he not finish that? How? It was point blank range. Point blank. Oh my goodness. And yeah, the first half was garbage. It was really garbage. We had most of the possession, but we didn't really do anything with it. The best chance we had was with Marcus Rashford, and I know people say, "Oh, he did the right thing to pass it back." No, take the shot. When you get a touch, half a chance, take it right there, because you never know if it might get blocked or end up in the back of the net. Okay, that's what strikers do. But Marcus Rashford is not a striker. Marcus Rashford is a scorer of great goals. He doesn't score scruffy goals. And Anthony Martial. And when Martial came on, it didn't really look that much different. There was a chance, a header with Harry Maguire in the first half, and you can see Martial around in the box. And you're like, why is he not fighting for that ball? Maguire wins it, and he could have fought for it. This is what I'm talking about. Marcus Rashford and Anthony Martial don't have the killer mentality. All right, they might be inside forwards, but they don't have the killer mentality. They can score great goals, but they don't have the killer mentality. And Marcus Rashford, I don't know who was worse from this game or the Sheffield United game. I don't know who was worse. Both of them were bad. Both of them were equally bad. All right, they were equally bad. And yes, Solskjaer should have taken him off sooner. He should, in my opinion, he should have taken him off sooner, much sooner. Because when Mason Greenwood came on the right, you can see the difference. Even though he's not even a right midfielder or a right winger, you can see the difference that he makes. Marcus Rashford needs to play on the left-hand side, not on the right. All right, not on the right. Like, honestly, I would have played Mason in this game. I would have played Mason. I would have. But yeah. So the second half came in. Arsenal started to press us a lot more. They were on the front foot. And yeah, They could have scored. They could have scored, but thankfully they didn't. And we grew more into the game in the second half, and we were starting to knock on the door. And yeah, I want to mention something. Luke Shaw in this game, he was really, really good attacking wise. And Aaron Wan-Bissaka. All right, both of them were really, really good attacking wise. And defensively, they were decent. They had their moments, but these players, they're getting better. They're getting better. They're getting better attacking wise. They're getting better. They're getting there. Once they become a modern fullback, attacking wise, defensively they don't really need to improve that much. Wan-Bissaka might need to improve on his positioning from the far post, but yeah, they're getting there. And it was so frustrating that they couldn't, either of them could not get an assist, because they should have had both of them should have had an assist. They should have. We desperately need a right winger. We desperately need one. A CDM. We desperately need a CDM, because right now Solskjaer, I said it needs to be braver in this game. He's doing the best he can, but he still needs a CDM, a real CDM. We need to get rid of Matic and Mata, and Lingard is already gone, and so most of the deadwood is going. So that's a positive. Most of the deadwood is going. Phil Jones has to be the last one, and we have to get in the players that want to be here. Amad Diallo, for me, he just has to get on the bench. He has to get on the bench. Because honestly, what's the whole point of buying a 30 million winger just to put him on in the under 23s? I mean, he's just too good for the under 23s. He just scored a brace against Liverpool's under 23s. So why keep him there? Put him on the bench. Amad Diallo needs to be on the bench. Oh my goodness. Another player for me that was good was Paul Pogba. He didn't have much of the ball, but in midfield he was much better than Scott McTominay. Scott McTominay, we need to stop with the McFred in the big games. We have to go for it. We have to, because we have 4 draws and 2 losses. Five draws and 2 losses against the big 6. That is a really, really bad record. And look, I get, yeah, we've been beating the small teams, which we had a problem last season. But right now we need to start getting to beat the big teams. All right, number 21 aside, we need to start getting. We need to start to get to beating the big teams. All right. Another thing I want to touch on. We rarely create chances for strikers. We rarely do. That's evident. As for Cavani's 2 missed chances, he should have had more. He should have had more chances, because the thing that doesn't make any sense is when your fullbacks are more attacking than your wingers, something is a problem. It's a problem. It's something that should not be overlooked. I mean, who was on the left in the first half? Pogba is not a left winger. You have to play him in the midfield where McTominay is at the moment. You have to. With the form he's in right now, you have to play him in midfield, not Scott McTominay. Right now, McFred needs to be scrapped. It needs to be scrapped. I'm sorry, but it needs to be scrapped. It has to. It has to. I get we don't have a CDM, but McFred has to be scrapped at the moment. All right? I know we collapsed against Spurs. I think Solskjaer has it in his mind that the same thing will happen again. But right now, we have to get over that. Solskjaer has to get over that defeat. That was an anomaly. That was a long time ago. This season is different. It's a different season. Anything can happen this season. Okay? Look, we're in a blip right now. We might go on a bad run of form. You never know. We can't afford to go on a bad run of form. We can't, because that game, any team could have won that game. Any team could have won that game. We should have gone for it more. All right, we're not. Solskjaer needs to figure out a way to create chances for strikers. Diallo needs to get in. Right now, Martial, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not sure about Martial. He needs to be played into form. He just has to. Put Marcus Rashford on the left. All right, keep him on the left. Leave him there. You know, the thing is, we try to interchange. The strikers usually try to interchange, but for me, we need to stop doing that. Keep Marcus Rashford on the left. Keep whoever's on the right, whether it's Mason Greenwood or Amad Diallo. Keep them on the left. Stick them into position. All right. So this is why Solskjaer, for me, if he's gonna stay here for a long time, he needs to get a better coaching staff. He needs to get a better coach. He needs to get a defensive coach. He has to get a defensive coach, because the defensive coach we have now is not good enough. He is not good enough. Okay. Who is it? Mike Phelan? I'm sorry, but yeah, you had him in the Fergie days, but right now at this moment in the Mono game, he's not good enough. In my opinion, he's not good enough. He's not. All right. And who was my man of the match? My man of the match was it's an interesting one. I might have to give it to Luke Shaw. Has to be Luke Shaw, to be honest. For me, it has to be Luke Shaw. Wan-Bissaka came close in second, but yeah, it has to be Luke Shaw. Anyway, guys, that's the video. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. Who was your man of the match? Do you think that Solskjaer should go for it more in these games, other than just, you know, being conservative? Because we could have gone for that game. We could have, and we could have scored. All right, we should have created more chances for Cavani. I know he had two chances, but we should have created more chances. And Anthony Martial also suffers from this. Look, I get Martial has had a bad season. He deserves the criticism, but he doesn't get enough chances. He keeps floating around. And Cavani, I looked at Cavani trying to do that. And I was like, why are you floating around? Don't get on the left. Stay in your position. Stay in the striker position. Stay in there. Stay in there. All right? We need to do better with our tactics. Solskjaer needs to do better on his tactics to get that ball to the strikers. He has to do better. All right? Anyway, that's the video, and I'll see you in the next one.